Record on this computer. All right, we're recording now. All right, so I'd like to welcome everyone to EDU 835, which is many of your last course, right?
Yes.
Interesting enough, I think this is a challenging course for your last course. I'm interested in your feedback as we go along, but it is content heavy. It is a lot of work. So I will certainly be open to your comments and suggestions as we go through. But I'm going to share my screen and we're going to walk through Blackboard site and talk a little bit about some of the assignments and some of the changes that I made in hopes to make the course better and more efficient for each of you. And if you have questions, feel free to jump in. Your mics are all able to work and you can add to your video if you like. Can everyone see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, so some of the things that I want to talk about. In week 1, there is a description of the journal assignments. And of course, Blackboard isn't going to load, so I'm going to have to re-log in here. Okay, so the explanation of the journals. So I know, Pamela, you had some questions about this. Basically, right. The idea is that you will write 3 journal entries per week for the first 4. You'll submit those 12 as a journal assignment in week 4. I'd like to give you all the flexibility of picking a topic that, yes, trends and innovations are fine, but you can do it to look at what's going on in your dissertation topic. You can look at what's happening in your field of higher education or your piece there. So I'd like to be more flexible about the topics, but you will submit 1 document at week 4 and 1 document in week 6. There are a total of 12 in the first and a total of 6 in the second. Does that make more sense for you?
This is Pamela. So I'm assuming that we do the write-up and we put them in, like in a Word document consecutively that we then upload?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And if there's any challenges with how that works in Blackboard, we can work on it at week 4. But I think it's set up as a journal assignment and you'll submit those 12 as a Word doc and then you'll submit those 6 as a Word doc, as a running Word doc. If there's a problem, we'll fix it in Blackboard or however we need to.
And you said 250 words, 250 plus?
I would say, yeah, a substantive amount. So like I would say, I think I sent you 3 to 5, but again, most of your comments are typically about a half page. So however many words it takes to do those 3 things, right? So include the publication, note and describe and summarize, and then analyze the implications. What does it mean for higher ed? I don't need a very big summary. I'd rather you really look at the implications. What does this article mean for you in your field? And it does ask you to report the number of hours that you've read. So for every article, how long does it take you to read through that article? Some people will be faster at reading and analyzing. Others it might take a little more time. Does that make sense to everybody?
It does.
Okay, perfect.
I think I'm the only one that's got a speaker on.
Well, and that's everybody's welcome to speak. If they want to, I think Octavia might be out there. Octavia, are you out there?
I am.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
I feel like this is a reunion of old friends. I'm so excited. Now, Sabrina and Kate, I see you're on here. Kate, I'm glad you got to join us. And actually, Sabrina too, right? You were both dealing with traffic issues. Okay, so moving along, I wanted to talk about some changes I made to the late assignment policy. Just some challenges I faced in one of the courses I've taught recently. I just want to make sure everybody is aware that I cannot accept assignments after 3 days late. So if you are unable to submit during the week, during Sunday, by Wednesday, I need to make sure that it's in. And then I cannot accept anything after the course ends on April 12th. So please be thinking about that last week's assignments and make sure you get everything in before the last week. It's too hard I'm actually teaching multiple courses right now, and I won't be able to have you submit things late. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, now Pamela, to your interesting conversation related to discussion forums. So there are some changes to the discussion forum to improve functionality and ease of use and grading and the ability to make it like a discussion. If the discussion is only a discussion, not a case study, not a presentation, not a assignment or analysis, you will not be able to submit an attachment. You will have to post in the discussion. I'd like to take the first 2 weeks to look at this process, and then we can evaluate after the fact if it is a challenge or too difficult for anyone. But I just did some training on discussion forums, and it was a best practice to try to keep discussions discussion-like. So typically your discussion posts are about 250 words posted into the text. Now, how to improve that for, Pamela, you made a comment about the challenges of formatting. You will be able to edit your posts. So the edit tab will be on, and someone wants to join us. Let me admit Wally into our group. Hi, Wally, how are you? So you will be able to edit your post. You also will be able to tag your colleagues. So if you're responding to Sabrina, you'll be able to tag Sabrina in the post so that the threads will be more organized and will relate to the work you're doing or the discussion that you're doing. Someone else wants to be added, or okay, let me just see.
So that you would go to that person's post and hit the tag button in order to respond to their post?
So you don't have to do that. But for example, let's say that Octavia and Wally make a point that you want to comment on. You can respond or reply to Octavia, but you can tag Wally so that then Wally will know that you responded to something he said. It's just a little bit easier to organize the discussion forum, and also for me to follow who's involved in the post. Again, if it's not something we like using, we can not do that. And it's an optional piece, but I just wanted you to know that you will be able to edit, you'll be able to delete your posts. And for any assignments where you have something to upload, the attachment tab will be there, and you will be able to upload more than one document. I find it really difficult that if you submitted something incorrectly and then you can't fix it, to me, that's a problem. So I've made those changes to the forum so that you'll be able to edit, you'll be able to delete, you can fix what mistakes have happened in the past where you were stuck before. Okay, so any questions on that?
No.
Okay,
No.
I just check the chat function for everybody. Okay, very good. I really like using Zoom, so I'm glad you all have joined me here tonight because it is a lot clearer for me than Adobe Connect was. All right, so something else I want to talk to you about. We're gonna go to week 5. All right, week 5 will be about a month away from now in March. And there's an assignment called the force field analysis. Has anyone ever done a force field analysis before?
No.
Okay, so this, oh goodness, I'm clicking the wrong thing. This assignment is a pretty interesting one. You'll have a case study. So we're following Gibraltar University and Dr. Leslie Turnbull. So you'll see assignments throughout the entire course about Gibraltar University, and you'll make comments. I believe you're hired as a consultant to help this new president do her job. And you'll see there's actually a PDF worksheet that you can fill in. So there's forces for change and forces against change. And then you'll be able to talk about their scores and how that all works. So you'll work through that case study using this Mind Tools sample sheet. You'll then download the PDF and upload the PDF to Blackboard. So you'll be able to, I'm gonna go out of here, back into Blackboard. Let me just share my screen again. Okay, so you're looking at this force field. You're going to construct the force field, and then you're going to write a narrative about your analysis. So you'll look at who, how, and when you would get others on board with your with the implementation. It's an online advising system. So you're going to look at what forces are for change and what forces are against change, and you will submit both the template and the narrative. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. All right. And then looking in week 5. So this is something I want you to be thinking about in week 4. You need to submit your draft essay to Smart Thinking. So I made a few changes to this course. There was you had to do peer review of a draft. With all of you working on your dissertations right now, I just didn't think that was the best use of your time. So I'm gonna use Smart Thinking. So you'll submit your draft to Smart Thinking, you'll get the feedback, and then in week 6, you'll upload your final essay. But you have to submit the draft essay and the Smart Thinking feedback in week 5. So you probably want to have written your draft in week 4. Sabrina just sent a chat that said, thank you for deleting peer review drafts. I don't know if you have any colleagues or friends that were in cohorts before. It was the bane of their existence. They really did not like the assignment in this class, and it didn't work very well. So we're working on that. Okay, so submit to Smart Thinking. There is a link. It is all set up. I put it in an announcement so that you can use it. Has anybody not used it before?
I haven't used it before. This is Pamela.
Okay, so Pamela, if you see on the announcement page from February 11th, Smart Thinking feedback in week 4, it tells you exactly where to go in Blackboard. I put a link directly in this announcement, so you'll be able to upload your document right there.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah, so Sabrina also added, they give feedback quickly. It's about 48 hours. So that's awesome. So again, you don't need to do it till week 5 if you can get your feedback that quickly, but I just want people to be thinking about it in week 4 so that they're ready for that draft. Okay, so you're gonna take their feedback and then upload that in week 6. In week 6, you will upload the same final assignment in 2 locations. So you will have your final essay assignment and a discussion board for those final essays. It is the same exact assignment. You're not doing 2 assignments here. You're just uploading them in 2 places. One will be public, one will be private. You will get feedback from me on the assignment from the final essay, and then your discussion. Your classmates will choose one of the assignments to critique. That is not going to be public. I will be the only person that reads the critiques. And it is not a peer review draft. You're not giving feedback on their grammar. You're giving a critique on their argument. So it's an analysis of the argument that they have made about the state of higher education and the likelihood of change. So you're going to be writing a critique. And I will offer suggestions on how to write a critique, but it's a really good tool for doctoral level researchers, right? So you could submit potentially to a blog. You could submit a critique to a publication in your profession. Does that make sense? And I'll pull up week 7's assignment so you can see what the critique looks like. Okay, so you're summarizing your classmate's position and then explaining whether you agree or disagree with that and providing a rationale. I think that'll be a really interesting assignment, and it is the last one. So the last week there is only a discussion and this final critique. All right, so I know there's a lot of work in this class. I know that most of you are in these final stages, and are you exhausted? Is everyone exhausted out there?
Yes.
God,
Yeah.
yes.
But Octavia, can we congratulate you? You defended last week.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I'm too tired to feel anything.
I totally understand that. Oh,
Thank you, Sabrina.
yeah,
Thank
that's
you,
awesome.
Kate.
So I think, Pamela, are you planning to defend this semester too?
I don't think that it's likely
Okay.
that I'm going to
Okay.
be able to, given my professional responsibilities.
Okay.
I'm going to try to get as much done by August as I can,
Okay.
but it's likely it won't happen until December.
Okay. But you're on the road. You're definitely all further along than we were in Ireland, huh? So,
Well,
but
I didn't go to Ireland, so.
well, most of the others, and then
Yes.
some of the residency people, like Octavia, you weren't in Ireland, right? We sat together at the residency,
Yeah, yeah,
which
yes,
doesn't feel too terribly long ago, but yet I'm sure it feels to you like years, huh?
it does.
I
All
would
right.
have probably been done truthfully had I not had to redevelop my research
Yes.
study.
Yeah. Yeah.
Having done 2 IRBs and getting approval, it was good, a good exercise, but Muhlenberg messed that one up. So
Ugh, I'm sorry.
yeah,
That's certainly a hard situation for everybody, for
yeah, just
sure. The
delayed me a little.
IRB. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, something I just want everyone, check your announcements. Email me. My information is in here under faculty information, my cell phone. You all know. I think I've had everybody in class already. You know that I will be very responsive. I will offer any suggestions. I did try to make several content changes to make the course more efficient for each of you. Because of the way master courses are set up, if I miss something, please just send me an email and I'll fix it as soon as possible. And obviously I'll be flexible with each of you and the challenges you're facing throughout the semester. Questions? All right. Well, I really do enjoy the interactive nature of this. So I thank you for those of you who are listening, and for Pamela, Octavia for being both video and voice related. So thank you very much. Feel free to text or call, set up appointments. I'm glad to do Zoom meetings with anyone, anytime throughout the semester. Like I said, this content I think is really interesting. Okay, I saw a case study that's due on March 1st, but it says week 2. Yes, so week 2 would be March 1st, right?
But
Or,
that's
sorry,
usually the start. That's usually the
hold
end.
on. Yes,
Yeah.
let me just check here. All right, graded assignments. The week 2 case study. Okay, so that might be a mistake. That should be March 8th. So I will fix that. Is that in the syllabus, Sabrina? Yes, okay. I will fix that. So if it's due the end of week 2, it should be March 8th. So that is my mistake. I'll take care of that. That's the case study. But yeah, please take a look at things. If you find mistakes, obviously, we'll go, is it baseball that the error goes to the runner? Well, it'll always go to the student. If I made a mistake, it will always go to you. So that's March 8th. I'll fix that. Okay. Any other comments or questions? All right. Hearing none, then I will let all of you get on with your evenings. Thanks so much.
Thank
Like
you.
I said, please,
Thanks.
yeah, please stay in touch. Congratulations, Octavia.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
we'll have lots more congratulations throughout the semester. So keep me posted on anything I can do to support or help.
Thank you.